Hey, kia ora, Helen, Brahms, coming live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling start to Shake It Up Saturday. Twist and shout, twist and shout. I can't shake the booty because I'm sitting on it. So, how was your Saturday so far? Mine's been awesome. Got up at 5 o'clock. Got my devotions out of the way, got my meditations done, got some journaling done. Then I started to play, and it's Shake It Up Saturday. So one of the things that I have started doing is putting out memes. And I get these really cool quote of the day things. And today's quote was awesome. It says, "The person who never makes a mistake works for someone who does." And that was by Baron Hector Lang. And the action, because they call them quote actions, so they give you the quote, then they tell you what the action is. Your action for today is to do something outside of your comfort zone that may make a mistake. And when I came across that quote this morning, I cracked up laughing because I was sitting here. I've been playing in my new CRM system. That's what I'm trying to think of. And I'm looking, and I see that I've got a new appointment on my calendar. I'm like, awesome, that's working. Then I go and look at the activity, and I'm like, okay, she made an appointment for this, but why is she getting emails for this? So I was like, oh, what did I do wrong? So I got in there, I figured it out, made the corrections, but she's stuck in the automation for this thing over here. So now I have to figure out how to get her into this automation over here so that she's getting the correct information. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's probably got about 3 emails from me this morning with different things because I didn't do the setup correctly on this thing. So now all my automations have now been corrected. All my calendars have now been corrected. They've got the correct lead forms on them because I figured out it was talking about lead magnet, and I had a lead magnet capture form. Then when the lead magnet capture form was got, these are the steps that took place. And I'm like, where do I make the lead capture thing? So I went over there, found that, and thought, I'm supposed to put that in a calendar somewhere. Went and found out where I was meant to do it. And so then I just went in there and I had to make a different lead capture form for each different type of appointment, for each different time blocking appointments that I have. So if I'm making the connections through this networking group, they have one lead form. If I am talking to my mastermind members, there's 3 different lead forms because there's 3 different types of appointments they can make with me. If I'm looking at my genealogy, there's 2 different types of appointments that people can make. So I have to have a lead form for each of those. And the lead form is that once they pick the date and time, they then go to the next page where they've got to put in their name there and their email. So I want name and phone number, and I noticed it was only asking for first name, so I'm putting last name in there. And then based on which one there is, there may be some questions that I want them to answer before we have our appointment, so I can be a little more prepared. And like one of them is travel. And I am getting back into travel again, but being very restrictive on what I actually do. But I have an incredible network of people where they have specialities that I don't have. So I'm becoming a resource to my travel clients by providing them with the best of the best. So when they come to me and they want a trip to somewhere that I know nothing about or have never been to, I can go to my little network thing there and go, oh, these people here specialize in that area. And so I will call them up. I'll have a talk with both of them and say, okay, I'm sending you the lead. And by the way, I'm sending it to another person as well. And I let them know up front. And whichever one of you wants it has got it. But I do follow up to make sure that they did follow up with the client. That's after I get the client's permission. And I let them know I'm sending it to these. These are the 2 people I'm sending it to. Here's their contact information. Please call them. Please interview them and find the one that works best for you. So, because I have my specialities, other people have their specialties. Like, I know next to nothing about Ireland except for the areas that my ancestors came from. And I know where I want to go in Ireland when I go over there, but I have never stepped foot on the Emerald Isle. So I have a friend who was born and raised in Ireland, like I was born and raised in New Zealand. And so she knows Ireland like the back of her hand, like I know New Zealand like the back of my hand. So we can trade up on different things. So if I have any people that want to go to Ireland and want a customized tour of Ireland where they want to get off the beaten path, I give my friend a call who was born and raised there and says, hey, got these clients, would you be able to take them on? And this is what they want to do. And if she's not able to take them on, she is there on my shoulder saying, okay, now you need to do this, you need to ask them this, and she'll give me like the questions to ask if she's like too busy to take on any new clients at the time. And they're all like this. All the people in my little network with their specialities, they're all like this. If they are unable to take on the new client, I take them on, but I have that travel professional next to me saying, okay, you need to ask them this, 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 and this, and I'll go and get the questions, those answers, and she's okay. Then they'll be wanting to go here, 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 and here. This is and they help me put the itineraries together. So they may not work directly with the client, but they'll work indirectly through me so that my clients get the best of the best. So now I have 2 different travel appointments you can book, and it's either for a solo traveler, a couple, or a family traveling up to a certain number, because after a certain number it becomes a group. And so we have what we call the FITs, the Foreign Independent Travelers, and they are ones who are not part of a group. But because of the resources I have available to me, there are some cruises where we have group space blocked for people within our network that we can actually book into, which is kind of nice. So we can get them they can still do their individual travels, but they get the benefits of being in a group with pricing, amenities, that sort of stuff. And then we've got that one. And then I made another lead form. I got so good at this morning. I'm so proud of myself. And then I got the next lead form. And if you want to do a group, here's the list of questions that you need to have, that we need to know in order for our appointment. And then I've got a couple. I haven't done the genealogy ones very well. I'm still playing. I do have a genealogical form, that once you've booked the appointment for the discovery, you then get sent the form, and asked to have it back to us beforehand, so that we've got some idea of what we're stepping into and got some information on hand already, so we can get the best use of the time out of the discovery calls. Which is why if you set an appointment with a company, with a vendor or anything like that, and they send you a form to do before the appointment or your meeting, fill it out, please. And here's why. You want to fill out these forms because you're giving them the information. These are the stuff that we're going to be talking about. So when you go in there, you're rolling in with information that they need or information that they may like, and you're not turning around and going and surprising them with the questions and going, oh, where do you want to travel? Well, I'm not really sure where we want to go. Yet if you give them the form to fill out, they've now got time to think about it. So, but it also gives them an idea, if they don't fill out that form, what questions they will be asked in the first 2 minutes of the call. But having the information ahead of time helps cut down and make the time that we're spending with our clients so much more productive, because we can go and say, okay, on the form you put out this, 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 and this, is that still correct? So there we go. We're right into it. You said you want 5 people to travel. Okay. You want to go on you want to do land, not sea, or a combination of both. So they get asked, do you want to do land vacation, a cruise vacation, or a land and sea vacation? So we're working these details out ahead of time, and you're just a couple that's traveling. Any particular reason that you're traveling? Is it just a vacation? Do you want adventure and experience, or do you just want relaxation and slow down? Are you traveling for a celebration? There's some qualifying questions in there so that we know that, okay, they're looking for a relaxation. So if they want to go on a cruise ship and they want relaxation, I ain't going to put them on a ship that parties all the time. I'm going to put them on a ship where they want relaxation, they want to slow down. And one of the questions I asked them is, do you enjoy spa? Would you want to spend most of the time by the pool, or do you want to spend some time in the spa? And if they say the spa, well, now I've narrowed that down a little bit. So by asking these questions, we can help narrow down the options, instead of them going, well, I want to go sailing in the Caribbean. Which islands would you like to visit? I don't know. Well, how long do you want to go for? Oh, a week or 2. What sort of activities do you like to do? I don't know. It makes it very difficult for us. But if you fill out the form ahead of time and get it to us, we can start pulling stuff in, and then we can narrow it down even further when we get on a call with you. So take advantage. If they have forms that's related to your visit with them, your appointment with them, your conversation with them, whatever, please fill them out, because that will save a lot of time when you get to the call, because it makes the time spent together more efficient. So I got all of my forms set up. I got some forms set up this morning, and now while talking with you guys, I've now got ideas for more forms, and that I can put in there to put into a sequence to be sent out. If they respond with these questions, then send them this. And then I have got my calendars worked out. Yes, I figured out how to do that, and I've become pretty good at doing this. I have to copy this, copy that, and I can give them a single link, and it brings up some of them will bring up two different types. Like if they go to the travel link, it brings up the independent travel, the individual travel, or the group travel. Which one do you want? And it's got a little description, a very quick description there of what each one's for. If they go to my mastermind group, then there's 3 different calendars they get to choose from, and each one is labeled. So they get to choose which type of meeting we're having, and then give them one link. That makes it very easy. And then they get slotted straight into that. They get any pre-requirement. They get any forms that they that we'd like them to fill out beforehand, that they can then send to us. In fact, I just thought, excuse me, with the type of forms I have on the thing, rather than getting them to point them out when they book the appointment, I might now go separate it, set it up as a separate form, and email that out to them after with their appointment confirmation. So please fill out the attached form. That would work better, because it gives them time to think. So, and of course, I've been making mistakes all day and trying to figure things out, and got them all figured out and everything else. And then Zeffie decided it was time to get up and go for a walk. So she comes out, and so then I thought, I better go get showered and dressed. So went and showered and dressed. We just got back from our walk and had breakfast. And I'm looking around going, I need to do groceries today. Yeah, I had to go place grocery order. And I was like, I really don't want to. I don't want to. But I'm looking at different things that I have on my to-do list to get done. And I'm like, we may be able to knock some of that stuff out today. I do have to go get mail at some point, because I know there's packages waiting for me. And I know some people have been very kind and sent me surprise packages. So I'm looking forward to opening those. And I believe one of the packages may be Zeffie's Bark Box 2. So if it is, we'll have to do a video on that later of us opening it, and then her getting in there and seeing what toys and treats she gets this month. So I'm curious to see what she's getting this month. But yeah, so it's going to be, there'll be some cleanup involved, some sorting involved. I do have to do some stuff in the lockers today, in the under locker. I have to go out there and get paper towels and toilet paper to bring inside, so we don't run out. And yes, better make sure that's done. And then I got to go fill the water tank today. So there's just some maintenance. There's just some stuff to do around Sparkles today, as far as cleaning and sorting and restocking, that sort of thing. So it's going to be a day full of variety. And then I have blocked tomorrow off to read Payback, which is book number 18 in the Court Justice series by C.G. Cooper. And it's going to, if it's anything like his last 17 books, it's going to be awesome. I love reading his books. I truly do. And I've got laundry I've got to do as well this weekend. So, yes, it'll be a good thing to do while I'm reading. Go over there, put the laundry on, sit in a chair, or go into the library and read. Go to the library and read. It's right next door to the laundry. And then go back, switch the laundry over, and then come back here and read until it's time to go back over, because see how little Miss does. I don't know what she's doing. She's sitting there, she's got her paw over the edge of her bed, and it's up against the windscreen, and she just keeps going like this on the windscreen. I don't know if she's waving, if she's wanting to rest her foot there or what, but she's just doing this up there against the screen. She's so cute, I tell you. Some of the things that she's doing lately, she just started doing this cute stuff lately. I don't know if it's because she's now 3, but she started doing this cute stuff. Well, it's just little things, but it brings me so much happiness and joy. She got to play with a standard poodle mix today. They had a lot of fun running around, as far as the leashes would allow them. One thing I like about the leash that I've got and the harness that I have on her, because the where I hook her leash on is at the back of the harness, so it's about mid back, for kind of around mid back area, and of course it's got the hook it's on a swivel, so I can hold it up, and because she does these fast spins when she's trying to engage a dog, like she'll get down, front end down, back end up, tail going crazy, like come on, let's play, and then she'll do these fast spins, and I can hold it up there, and she just spins around on the leash, and I don't have to worry about getting leashes tangled, that sort of stuff. So it's kind of nice. But anyway, I'm waffling. I got stuff to do today. Yes, so go have a super fantastic, sparkling, shake it up Saturday. Find something to do today that forces you to step outside your comfort zone and maybe make a mistake or two. Try that out. Let us know in the comments below how you get on, and we'll catch you guys back here later this evening. Hei konara.